would show them
Oh,
all.
good.
So.
Okay, good.
But just sitting there, I'm just listening, and I'm just going back, and wow. That's all I can say is wow. And this documentary, I mean, I saw the movie that they were talking about, and I actually got to ask that question today. I was interviewed by CW Network, and he said, "What did you think about the movie?" And I said, "You know, it's well done and all that, but I just didn't get it."
Thank you.
I didn't get it, Larry.
Yes,
I saw you do that, so I understand.
It was a movie.
Yeah, this is authentic.
Yeah.
This.
Well, I was involved, and I tried to work on it and correct the incorrect parts, especially her relationship with the writers.
Totally wrong, right?
She adored those people. They got along so well. None of that backstabbing, crazy, insulting stuff. That was such a crock of poop. It was so wrong and overly done about Vivian and Bill and his, like calling him a drunk and all that. But you can't talk to Aaron. He's Aaron Sorkin, and he would listen. Meaningful consultation. He would listen, but then he would say, "Well, what do you know? You were 15 months old." Oh, I know. Or how they shot the show and different. Anyway, I thought if I ever do this, I'm going to tell it like it really was, because somebody might actually care. And how can you put your name on something authorized by? And it becomes sort of historic if you do that. Then later on, other generations look at it like, well, this must be the truth because she made this mistake. And when it's not, then it's like, well, you're messing people up with that. So, yeah, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, and you guys did a fantastic job. I mean, thank you. I'm just blessed. I'm here with my family, and I'm blessed to be here and just soak it all in tonight.
I have one question for you, and it's not about I Love Lucy. Aren't you glad?
I'm very glad. Hey, what was Lucy like?
Thank you. I was going to ask you the same thing. You saw her more than I did.
Probably in
Keith
some
spent
ways.
a lot of time with us, though. Desi and Keith became the best of friends. Keith basically taught him how to play the drums, and he always wanted to be Keith Thibodeaux. And it's Desi's drama. Like he said, everybody thinks he's Little Ricky.
Yeah.
Now it's him. But he traveled with us. He spent summers with us and all of that. And so I know what it was like on the set, and people have asked you that a million times. But when you were with us, we were all just little kids running around. I mean, what's your memory now when you look back at that? Was it just wild, crazy stuff, or was it ordinary, or how did you process that?
We all just wanted to have fun.
Right.
We were wanting to be cool, And but the Arnaz's house, and I have to be honest,
Please.
it was a very unusual family dynamic, I should say, that I saw, and it was like I couldn't believe it, really, Lucy. That
How was it different from your family, for example? Like, compare the differences.
Well, I grew up in Louisiana, and I was the oldest of 6 kids, so we had that whole, big family and sitting at the dinner table and all that. But there were some things, my mother wasn't as close as she could be. She had some things that happened in her childhood, like Lolita and that kind of thing. But your house, I was always a little fearful to go there, not knowing what would happen.
Because things would erupt, right?
And I remember when we would watch the movies, the screenings, The Parent Trap. Yeah. And we were all there. We were all hoping and wishing, for them to get back together, because they did truly love one another. It was like so true. Passion. Yeah. When they got together, it doesn't matter whether Gary and Edie were there. They got together. It was like, that's who they.
They are actually the married couple, and the other people are just playing those other parts.
They're
They're
side
from
parts.
arguing.
Yeah. So.
Funny in a weird way.
Yeah. And so,
But it was a little scary, and for you to even say that and say, I gotta be honest, I realize that we grew up like that. But I mean, if there's anybody in this audience that has grown up in a dysfunctional family for whatever reasons, alcoholism or drug addiction or any other, acting out, raise your hands. You don't have to raise your hands to tell me because I don't know who you are anyway. But acknowledge that were you frightened? Were you frightened sometimes? Did it make you scared? Yeah. You're afraid. You're afraid because you don't know what's going to happen.
well, bad things can happen.
Bad things can happen. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, and marriages are they're fragile in some cases.
Yeah, and yet you grew up married. This is crazy too. My brother married this beautiful woman named Amy Bargale, who passed away a few years ago. And he and Amy were sitting on a couch, and they were watching television, and an interview came on with Keith and his wife. And Desi goes, oh, that's Keith. I grew up with Keith. He played Little Ricky on the thing. And she goes, but that's Kathy. I went to college with her. Roommates.
Well, they actually roomed in New York
They were
City
roommates
at the
in New York,
Joffrey
right.
Ballet.
It was at the ballet, wasn't it? College,
Exactly,
right.
yeah.
They were roommates. He married, oh my God, Desi married Kathy's roommate. And they were both ballerinas, and you guys are both drunk.
But they knew each other when they were 16 years old.
Wow.
And we had not even met our wives. That's weird.
Yeah, and you've been married forever.
We'll be married 50 years in
26.
26. By the grace of God,
That's
You keep going.
insane.
Keep talking.
That's insane.
You've been banging that drum, baby.
He's still playing the drums.
yeah. I'm
Still playing the drums.
Yeah, can you play Babalu, Keith? No.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
It's
Come play drums with me sometime. I can't get Desi out of the house.
I mean, when is he going to be up here?
No, he doesn't do these things.
I know that.
No. It's all I could do to get him to do that one interview for that show.
We talk, Desi Jr. and I mean, we were like brothers growing up, as Lucie can attest. And she was like my sister, my big sister. Taller than me, always. But we don't talk a lot, Desi Jr. and I, but every so often I'll just get an inkling and I'll say, I need to see what's going on with Desi. And I'll call him and we'll talk 2 hours, 3 hours. I mean,
Well, that's pretty much every conversation with Desi.
I know. but we go through all, and it's like, okay, thank you, Jesus.
It's a friendship.
One of the
Yeah,
best
it's a real
people
friendship.
on the planet. One of the
Give it up for
best.
Keith Thibodeaux. Thank you, Keith.
This is great to meet you finally.
Really?
Oh, wow.
First time to meet.
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow.
I'll tell you, real quick story. I was playing with a band probably in 1989, and we were driving across country. And I don't know if this is true or not, but we had a flat tire in our bus, and these people came over and helped us, and their last name was Luckenbill.
Well, where were you?
Around St. Louis.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Do you have relatives there?
Sure, I got them all over
Well, they were your relatives. So I said, wow, thank you for...
How about that?
Wow,
Well,
wow.
I'll tell you something. That's very rare for a lucky bill to help anybody.
Very kind.
Thank you so much.
Keith Thibodeaux.
You guys, everybody, be careful, Keith. We're just about at time here, but
I'm sorry, we took so long and I
No,
answered
that was-
such a long...
wasn't that great?
I don't want to offend anybody. Is there anybody else who just have a burning
Well,
question?
is my friend Lyric in the room?